Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Oh my goodness, you knew it was going to happen. I started something. Of course I started something. I had to. You knew it was talking to me. All right, so after, was it last week? It's been a week. I don't know. Time is just this weird thing. So I have this magazine. This one is one that I have borrowed from Galina. Galina is the author of this shawl right here. You've heard me talk about her before. I've had the privilege to go on a couple of retreats with her. If you ever have an opportunity and you see her teaching a class, let me see if I can say the Khmeleva. I don't think I said it properly. Russian last name, go figure, right? My Russian, not there, go figure. So we had talked about it on what would be one of her projects, one of her patterns, a doable, that's what we talked about, more doable pattern. And this is the one that I was thinking is out of the different Russian elements, this one, it doesn't have things on the back row. So it's just, you're doing all your patterning on one row, and then the next row, it's all knitting. By the way, there's no purl stitches in Orenburg lace. So this is an Orenburg lace big triangle shawl. And that's what I'm like, okay, I can do this. I want to make one of her patterns from start to finish and have success with it. I have done some of the samplers and, really working on some of the more difficult techniques. They're not really that hard. Okay, I'm making a mountain out of a molehill just because I made some mistakes. Okay, I'm about ready to cry about it. So this is the shawl. And what a confidence builder. That is absolutely gorgeous. And then it was, which yarn am I going to use? Because I have a ton of yarn. I have colors of yarn. Did I want to do, I started it. Do I want to do traditional? White would be gorgeous. Do I have white? Yes. Do I know where it is? No. I have this gorgeous cone. It was up there. This beautiful cone, which I coincidentally did get from Galina. I think this one is a merino blend. I think that's what she said. I'm not 100. Fine Yarns Collection. I'm not really sure, but I think that she said this was a merino blend. Very, very pretty. It's got a nice sheen to it. Thin yarns, right? Thin yarns. We know these types of things. Is a thin yarn, right? Don't want to do that. Or some of you guys were really kind of onto this one too, is I've got all those cakes. I've got lots and lots of cake yarn, just beautiful, beautiful cakes of yarn. And those have a little over 1,000 yards on them, but it is a fingering weight. It is bigger, cool. And it would have that gorgeous color striping. And with this pattern, you can use anything you want. I mean, truthfully, we know we can use whatever yarn we want to with our patterns. It'll just make a difference on size. Who cares? And what I was commenting on this one is, since this one's right, you're starting at that top right here at the very, very top of the triangle, and then you're going down this way. So you do garter stitch, because again, Orenburg lace, no purl stitching. So if you're not a fan of purling, it doesn't bother me, but some people it really bothers. This is your lace. This is 100% the lace that you need to play with. So here you do that, and it's just the typical construction for the lace shawl. You've got that increase down the center spine, right? So you've got that very distinctive center spine there. And then you're increasing at the corner. So four stitches like every other row. That's cool. Okay, we've done construction like that before. And this is a lace sampler. That's my term. That's not how it's listed. But as far as I'm concerned, that's a lace sampler. You're dealing with some of the other, it's called Fire and Rose Shawl. You're dealing with some of the, there, if you haven't seen Galina's name before, there you go. But you've got some of the elements for the Orenburg lace, and it's done in a manner that is doable. It's easy to obtain. It's easy to work through. You can get the pattern still. This is a Knitting Traditions fall of 2014, but you can still get that pattern online. You can get a digital copy, which is really nice, because when the digital copy, when you get to the charts, you just go like this, go whoosh, and make it bigger, right? Yes, I do that too. I need to make them bigger. So we talked about it. It seems kind of fitting to play with the beautiful red, and she did hers in red, right? And that's what I was getting ready to do. So you know there's a butt coming in, don't you? I was getting ready to do that. So that was on the shelf right up over here, right here. Yeah, okay, so you can see that. Well, right below that on this shelf, okay, just out of camera view, there was another yarn, and it was already caked up. Look at this. This beautiful green. Oh my gosh. Oh, puppy wants out. Look at this beautiful green. Oh my goodness. Now, this one I have, do I know where they're all at? No, because I haven't unpacked those. I've unpacked some more, but I haven't unpacked those yet. So this is, I'll pull it out. I have a purple one, I have a red one, and I have a green one that I got years ago. Tibetan Cloud Fingering Weight. This is natural from China. It is 100% Tibetan yak. Oh my goodness, how amazing. And I was waiting for a really nice pattern that I thought would be just gorgeous with this. And remember, I just had the one of these. Well, I was at a thrift store, and I don't remember which one, and they had one of these in the green that was $2. I knew what it was instantly. There's no doubt. I knew I had one at the house. This is the one I had at the house. I bought the other one. It's packed. I'm not sure where, but I know I have two of these. And I checked the color before I packed them. Like they're similar. I don't know where the other one's at. But this is 450 meters. That's a lot of yardage in just this 50 grams. And I know I've got two. So I wanted to do a yak shawl. How big is it going to be? Don't know. Am I using the same yarn? No. Am I using the same needle size? No. Did I test gauge swatch? Of course I didn't. Have you seen my videos before? You know I didn't do a gauge swatch. Do I care? Not at all. Not at all. How big will it be? I don't know. How far will 450 meters get me before I find the other 450? Because I do have another hank of this green. Now the smart thing would have been, just use this one. You have all of it out. You have more than enough. Oh my gosh. You have enough to wrap you and your friends in this, right? No, I did not go with the smart thing. Of course I didn't. Did you see this green? Look at this. That green is, look at the depth of that. Oh my gosh. We can see that, right? Oh yeah, you can see that. It has some green, some heathering, some yellows. So it's not just like a solid. Oh my gosh. That is so pretty. And it's yak. It's 100% yak. And I've not used it before. I've coveted it. I've wanted to play with it. Again, I have 3 of these that I've had for years and years, waiting for the perfect project. All right, ladies and gentlemen out there watching this podcast right now, podcast, video, YouTube, I don't know what we call these things. Me talking yarn. Don't wait for the good stuff. Don't wait to use it. Just use it. Find a pattern you like. It doesn't have to be perfect. Use the good stuff. You know why? How did I get that second skein for $2? Because somebody else didn't use the good stuff and it ended up in Goodwill or ARC or a thrift store. Is it a thrift store? I spent $2 on it. Trust me, this is not a $2, 100% yak 50 gram hank of yarn. Not at all. So yeah, use the good stuff. Because you know what? When we're not around to use the good stuff, somebody's going to take care of our stuff. Not trying to be morbid. Someone's going to take care of our stuff and they don't understand it. And it's going to go to a thrift store. Use the good stuff. Enjoy it. So I did start it. Look at that. Oh my, this is so incredibly fine. Look at that yarn. That is gorgeous. That is. And right now we can see how big I've got this. This is size 1.5 needle, so it's 2.5 millimeters. The socks that I've been doing are on the size 1, the 2.25 millimeters. But you know, one has like a 1 and a 1.5, depending where you get them. So that there's a slight difference in millimeter. These are 1.5 millimeters right here. I don't know if I have any longer ones. Doesn't matter. It's lace. Want to see? It's lace. That'll go like that. No big deal. So this is 99 stitches. That is 99 stitches from here all the way over to here right now. And okay, I think I did, it's 103 right now, I think. Yeah, 103. It was 99, and then it was like, oh, do one more increase round. Now, my next row, because I'm not going in rounds. They're circulars, but I'm not going in rounds. My next row, oh, here, it's like this. There we go, had it upside down, is beginning lace. I have done that central triangle right there, and then the next one is lace. Let's put that a little closer. Look at this. We can see that. Here. I'll cover me completely. There, hopefully that's focused a little bit better so we can see just the actual stitches on that, how that yarn works up, how delicate that is, and it's stunning. You know, we've got the increase like we commented, that center spine increase right there. And you've got this on the edge. And to make it nice and neat, we're slipping the first stitch of every row, and it makes a nice, neat edge. You've got the yarn overs there, so you've got that increase on the edge and that center spine. So this took longer than you'd think, right? Because this is, like I said, that's 99 stitches for that. That's 99. I mean, just like from here to here, each row, well, right now it's 103. Each row it's getting bigger, but oh my gosh, I love it. It feels, hubby was like, oh my gosh, honey, that feels amazing. This is yak. And what did she use? I don't know. I know she used an alpaca yarn, and alpaca gets heavy and it stretches. So that's a big shawl. I can tell you that. She did use an alpaca, and she used size 2s. I think that's what the pattern says. And what makes you think I'm going to use the same yarn and the needles and the patterns? That's crazy talk. So she used Little Gilding Farm Surrey lace, 100% Surrey alpaca lace weight. Alpaca stretches. 430 yards is 2 ounces, so 56.7 grams. So just a slightly thicker. So I've got the 430, is that 430? How many yards? How many is it? Hi, puppy. 450 meters for 50 grams. And this is 430 yards for 56 grams. So mine's just a little bit thinner of a yarn. Great. And I don't know if this is going to fluff up. I have no idea. I don't know if it's called blooming. A yarn, after it gets blocked and everything, it blooms, kind of fills in a little. I've never worked with this. I've coveted it. I've had it. I've waited for the special something. And I wound this one. I did. This one I wound. And I had it ready to make something glorious with. And I haven't, because I was waiting for something good. Well, you know what? I have something good. There you go. I'm making something good. It'll be beautiful. And let's see, how many of these? So she used 3 skeins. So she used 1,290 yards, or some portion of 1,290 yards. When I find my other portion, I will have 900 yards of this, or 900 meters, more than 900 yards. So that's fine. We've already discussed, I can change that, the back and forth and everything for the triangle. I can make mine smaller and be quite happy with it. That's fine. And if I do want to get crazy, when I find my other green one, like I said, I know I have a green, I have a purple, and I have a red. Yes, I could put, oh my goodness, you know what? Oh my goodness, how fun would that be? All right, so I would have the whole technique of the Orenburg stuff in this with the green. I could make a ruffle. I could put a ruffle. And truthfully, she has a ruffle on hers, not in the magazines, but after the fact, she did put a ruffle on hers. I could put a ruffle on mine. I could use the red or the purple and put a ruffle. I don't know if I would have enough with one skein. Well, maybe I would have to. Maybe. And the reason I'm saying that is, no, because she used 3 skeins for this, and then her ruffle was extra. But I could do that. And the reason I was saying I wouldn't know if I had enough if I had one other skein is, we know each row gets bigger. You use more yarn for every round. And then ruffles, ruffles. Oh my gosh, they take some yarn. But point is, I could do some fun stuff. I could add some different color to it. I could do old meets new, obviously with the older, with the techniques, with the Orenburg lace and doing that stuff. And then the new modern of my own flair, right? Because this is going to be my piece. But I love the green. I mean, come on. The green with my hair and everything else. Yes, there we go. I'll focus on that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, that is so pretty. And that's this right here. Yeah, it's a little time consuming, just how many stitches, but that was easy. We've done stuff like that before. The typical simple increases, very, very simple construction. And I'm extremely excited. I was looking at the next couple rows for the patterning. It's easy. It's, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2 together, yarn over, and then knit back, right? And that's what I'm not giving out any huge secrets on that one. I'm not going to show the actual, graph, but that's what's doing this. That's what's doing that with those holes. And you do that like 3 times. Okay, and then you do a bunch more of the garter stitch, and then you get into new lace. I mean, How exciting is that? It's almost like working with a stripy sock yarn. And what I mean by that is stripy sock yarns get fun with, oh, wait, let me knit just a little bit longer. I want to see what that next color is. You know, it's a motivator factor. It's an excitement piece to it, you know, and that's what this is. Now, I might not say that later on as the rows get a little longer and I'm working with the size 1 needles, 1.5 needles, right? And I've got all of these tiny little stitches on my lace. But the point is, you're doing a little bit of lace, and then you've got garter stitch, which is, we know that. That's just knit. What a relief. You're going to do garter stitch for like this much, right? Maybe an inch, half an inch. I'm not really sure with that. I don't know. But you're going to do garter stitch for a while. And then you go into another beautiful lace section. And then right when you're like, okay, I need a break. I don't want to play with lace anymore because I've just done this and I've had to concentrate. Then you're back into the garter section. So I'm excited about that. I pushed. I'm like, I want to get to that lace piece. I so want to get to the lace. I'm counting my stitches. Am I there yet? Do I have the 99 yet? Do I have that? Because that was one of the things in the pattern. It's like, when you get 99 stitches, you're going to do this. Okay, got it. You know, so I'm like, have I done it? Am I there? I'm there. And I am excited about using the 100% yak. For one, it's yak. It's luxury. And if it's not luxury, it should be luxury. It's exotic, right? I mean, it's exotic. I don't have a lot of yak fibers in my stash. Do you have a lot of yak in your stuff? That is exotic. So exotic and luxury and unique. And it's been here way too long. And this would have been the smart choice because there's a lot of it. This would have been the smart choice. But that needed to be used. And I went to grab this one and it was on the shelf right here, and that one was in its cake sitting right there. It was meant to be. It was absolutely meant to be. I'm like, I have that. And even though the other one's packed. I'm not sure what box. I did unpack some more stuff, right? Look, I got some more stuff in the cubbies. I don't know where that one's at. That's okay. I was thinking of, unpacking some more. I've got this big, huge box that says Big Twist and Arcane Fiberworks, and I know what that is. It's a big box, right? That's a 2-foot high box. I'm like, where do I want that one to go? So there's certain things that I'm looking at and I don't know if I want to open that one quite yet. I'm not sure where I want my fingering weight to live and where I want my worsted weight and all the different weights, but whatever. It'll get put away. So this is what I have. This is it. I should not be making anything new. I have 3 shawls going right now. I do. I have the One Love Mystery Knit Along by Hohilak Deli. I have my gorgeous crocheted one that my husband picked. It's the name of the shawl is Rowana, and it's by a Polish designer. I have that gorgeous crochet shawl, and now I have this one. Yeah, okay. Oh, I have more than that too. We know that, but those are the ones that are current. Yeah, I have the whiteout shawl too. And I'm sure there's more. I'm sure some of you can probably tell me how many shawls I have. There's more. I do know that there are more because some of you have commented on things and like, well, what about this one? And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So I had to go looking at my videos and scroll back and everything. And then I figured it out. I'm like, oh, I forgot completely about that. So there are some that are definitely in that category. But yeah. I've got at least 3 right now actively working on. They're active and they're out. They're actually here. They're not tucked away in a box or a bin or a bag or something. They're actually here being worked on. And I'm thrilled. I am thrilled. So I'm looking forward to starting the lace on this and being able to take this like a kindergartner, because I'm going to be like a kindergartner. I mean, what makes you think I'm not, and then present this to Galina. So I got to make sure I don't make any mistakes on it because, she'll spot them. I mean, she will. And just like a little kindergartner, go, see, look what I did. I'm so proud of it. Do you see? Pat me on the head, pat me on the head, pat me on the head. I do well, so we'll see. I will let you know when I get a chance to see her again and I show her my progress, what she says. Because I'm sure you guys are curious too, right? I'm like, I want to know. But right now, this is like, okay, well, you started. You're ready to start the lace. Okay, so I got to get actually into the lace so I can show her that I did the lace, right? This is just the pre-work, right? This is like doing the swatch. I didn't do a swatch. I don't know how big my shawl is going to be. I don't know how many stitches it's supposed to end up with having. I didn't look at any of those things, and just, you know, throw caution to the wind. It will fit somebody, and somebody will totally enjoy it, however big it is. Not all of them have to be a full body wraparound shawl. This one's very large. Mine, I'm using smaller yarn and smaller needles. And I've got less yarn. Guess what? It's going to be smaller. You know, it'll still be the stitches, right? It'll still be a lot of stitches till I run out of yarn. That's okay. It's fine. Oh my gosh. I'm having a blast. This is exciting. I'm back to, if you haven't noticed, I am back to crafting and having fun and exploring and starting way too many things. That's okay. That's okay. It makes me happy. I'm having fun. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I'm going to talk to you guys again later. Bye-bye.